Good morning! We have made it to our John Deere dealer. We have part in hand and we are heading back to get our combine fixed. You guys remember the GPS issues we were having yesterday? It led to these pictures, which, I mean, in the middle of the night, it was really cool seeing the northern lights. It wasn't, my camera does a really good job, let's just say that. It wasn't quite this vivid in person, but you could see them a little bit with the naked eye. I saw some pictures from some other people that I think they could see them better at different times, and I missed them, but whatever. Anyway, that was cool. So we're back. Let's get our pump fixed so we can go shell corn. Oh, we're going to spill oil everywhere, I'm sure of it. But we're going to try the shop vac on the intake side up there, or the fill port. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we got some buckets. This is what it is. I got that loose, so as soon as he turns it on, we can loosen it up and start drawing air through there. We should try and do this quickly. Very quickly. Yeah, it worked. I'm sorry I can't film that for you guys, but that worked really well. Yeah, so I'm going to take this other line off, and then we can take it to the bench and get this fitting off of here and get the new pump in. We just passed the hose up there, so now it's above the tank, so it won't leak or drain. Okay, so now I can show you what happened a little bit more. Our shaft broke inside there. And so we got to get that out, which we should be able to just tap that out now. And we got to get these fittings off. Bad one, good one. Put our fittings back on and put it back on. Okay, that is ready to get bolted back on to the combine. All right, well, there's that. Now, before we put our hoses back on, we got to put that shield back on there because it sticks through the end of the shield and there's no way to get it off without taking these bolts off and this bolt, and it's a pain. So we'll just go ahead and put the shield back on first. Dad's cleaning it up at the moment. All right, that's all back on. Now we got to put our big hose back on, so shop vac it is. Let's see if I can set you up. Okay, I'm ready.
I got this wiped off pretty clean.
Okay. Turn it on.
AC.
Okay. Okay. Didn't spill a drop. All right, well, we just got to tighten the fittings up then.
We didn't suck oil.
Did you take your filter out?
Huh?
Did you take your filter out before you did that? You need a new filter now.
No, I didn't take the bill. Small price to pay, right?
Cheaper than the 15 gallons of oil that's in there. All right. I know. I get it. It's an adjustable.
It doesn't look a lot different than the level.
Where are you at?
Huh?
Where's it at?
It's on the bottom. Is there a gauge? There's only 3/8 of an inch showing on the gauge.
Okay, we should put a couple gallons in it probably. Put a couple gallons in, we're good to go there. We'll check engine oil while we're here. I had to do a little unexpected leg climbing. Oh, it's a long ways up here. Phil wanted me to grease these bearings, so we brought a grease gun. Pretty good views up here. Would have been cool to see the northern lights from here, but it would have been way too cold. It was cold last night. Anyway, see over there, field where we were shelling yesterday. Kind of what we got left to do. And over there is the next field we're going to. There's our wheat stubble, tile on the back there, double crop beans, seed warehouse, my house. Nice, looks good. Corn plot. There's the local elevator in town, and then their second location over there. Cool. Alright, that's all I needed. Let's head down. This is the top of the wet leg. You can see all our internet transmitting equipment and RTK tower. Antenna up here, other stuff. These have automatic louvers, so we don't have to do this one. Just looking stuff over while we're here, you know. I think we are ready to go. I suppose I should watch him as he gets started here, because we haven't actually run those spinners since we put that motor on there. Make sure it's working, but Brock's not here, so Dad's gonna run combine. We can't make rounds in this field right now anyway. When we get in front of the woods in the shorter rows, we might be able to. And I'm gonna run the grain cart. We'll let Dad struggle with the combine a little today. It was not real fun yesterday between the dust, the fluffy corn, the losses. Yeah, we got spinners. Excellent. Well, it's working. And the GPS issues that we were having, we were struggling a little, but it'll be fine. We'll get there. Cool. It is another beautiful day for harvest, and the corn is good, and we're having fun, so it's good. Finish this field. Let's see, there was 46, we had 14 done, so we got 30, a little over 30 acres to do here. That's not too bad. Heck yeah, let's go. That combine gets full. He's nowhere even close to being able to make it around. I don't know if we will be able to in the short rows over there. So this field is, it's got a ditch that cuts through on an angle here, and then we got some woods back here. So yeah, probably in these rows he'll be able to make it around, but not until we get over to there. Cool. That's good. It means it's good corn. It is, it's about that good of corn. We'll take that. Well, shall we do a round as a grain cart driver? Show you how the process works? I'm bored sitting here. Actually, I've been going through and post-calibrating some yields, looking them up on the iPad, the scale stuff there. All right, so he puts his auger out. Anyway, looking up weights and entering them into my John Deere to post-calibrate. Most of them are close, some high, some low, but we're close. So we're driving up here because he put his auger out. Our machine sync tells us he is in the 80% full range. And now we start to turn, and I'm going to put you on your little mount there. Flip the cam. Like so. Okay, get up next to the combine here. And we're in our box, so we hit the auto steer button. And it takes over. That beep means we're locked on. And he's emptying. Window is full in the top corner of the combine there. You can't see it. Whoa! You fell. Didn't have it sucked onto the windshield good enough. Alright, I'll hold you. For a minute. Emptying. Where did that go? There it goes. So we just kind of empty from the point where he has to start unloading because he's full until we get to the end of the field here. And then there's a truck right there, so we empty every time. I do not, most of the time, do not go around and around until we have 1,000 bushels in a grain cart so that I can fill a truck in one dump. That's dumb. There's no reason to carry that weight around when you are right next to the truck. Empty the grain cart. So that's what we do. Now, I'm not saying there aren't times when the cart gets full or we'll take 2 dumps maybe and do half a truck at a time or whatever the case may be. But for the most part, we always try and unload going towards the trucks, and we unload the grain cart every round. He just barely got empty here. He's even going to stop. Okay, now we're good. Now we go empty into the truck. Try this again. So now I got my buttons on my command arm that you can't see here, but start unfolding our auger. Get lined up with the truck. Hoping you guys will be able to see out that window when I get lined up. This truck is almost full. We should get most, but not all of this in there. There's the auger. And there's our truck. And there it's full. Get to where we need to be and hit the brake pedals. It stops us. Engage the PTO at idle. Wait for it to engage. Rev it up. Open the gate. Put the hydraulics to my spout control here. Oh, going this way. And we can adjust it so it's right where we need to be. Foot pedal moves us forward. And we'll close our gate. Let the auger empty out. Shut the PTO off. Truck's full. We only put about 15,000 pounds on there in that little. And now it's done. It says we got 7,000 pounds left on. So now instead of lining up to the next truck, we'll go and take the next round, and then we'll dump it all at once the next time. So that's how it goes. Oh, it's not full. We got up. Oh, it is full. If the spout is pointed backwards at all, it won't fold. So you gotta make sure you got it centered or forward for that to work. And we go back and wait for the next round. And that's it. That's the life. That's what we do over and over and over today. Well, we're making progress here. It is 12:30. We've got 33 acres done here. And we're finishing up the long rows. So if you look at the map, the blue is what's done. So now we're into those shorter rows. Dad offered, I told him I had some wheat to treat and some other things to do today. And he asked if we were going to stop for lunch, and then I would go do those while he stopped and ate if he wanted to. And he's like, well, I'll run the long rows or the short rows off without the grain cart. You can go do what you need to do. Okay, so we are going to quit after this round and grab something to eat quick. I got some wheat to treat. We'll be back this afternoon, but he might finish this field by himself. Corn harvest is a lot slower than bean harvest. That's okay. It's okay. Got a lot more volume to handle. Won't be a lot of bushels. Good thing about drying corn when it's warm out, it doesn't take a lot of gas. Dryer's running. In fact, this corn's so dry we actually had to turn the temperature down, so we're only drying at 180 degrees rather than 200 like we normally do. It's putting 1,500 bushel an hour through, and we're still over drying it. It says 19.1 on the inlet, but none of the loads going in have been 19. 17, 16 and a half, 16.9. Wow, that's crazy. 58 pound test weight, 58.4, 58.6. That's awesome. That is fantastic. Getting the wheat treated that I need to. Just got one more box to do and we're done. Well, I was working on a few other little things after I got done treating there. Got my electric fence that was around the sweet corn taken down. It hasn't been plugged in for a while, but I hadn't actually gotten it picked up, so that's done. And Dad finished this, which is good. So I'm gonna get the cart emptied here, and we're gonna get moved to the next field. What time is it? 3:20. Yeah, we can get a bunch done yet tonight. Well, this field's the next target. Dad's in the combine. He's gonna jump in right in this corner and do some end rows, and we'll work our way back this way. Getting some end rows opened up. We got a second to get out of the cab and film the combine going by, so we'll do that. I'm not gonna jump in with it, but Dendros aren't very good, a little thin in here. Sprayer tracks. That's alright. Still dusty. We really could use a rain. That would knock the dust down and make harvest so much better. Now they could turn the spinner speed down, don't you think? Throwing it a little far. Oh, what do we got on the ground? That doesn't look too bad. Well, there is a couple. It's not bad at all. There's one. There's a broken one. Piece of cob. There's the other half of the broken one. I'm sure that's the same kernel. Yeah, that's less than a bushel of loss. We'll take that. There are some nice ears out here. This is the same variety that we did in the last field. Gosh dang, look at that ear. That is impressive. It's very dry. I think we're getting down to like 15% corn in some of this stuff. It is very unusual for us here to have corn that's below 18 is pretty rare. We don't have corn like that very often. And if you remember last year, we didn't start any corn until the 23rd of October. And it was 25, 27% when we started. It was really wet. Did get a little bit drier into the low 20s by the first or second week in November. We never had corn this dry last year, so it's nice, it's good, but you get more shatter loss, you get more head shelling, you get, there's some challenges with it. You can have more losses because it gets so dry, so I don't know. There's nothing we're going to do about it. We're going to shell the corn as fast as we can get to it. Get bored. It's like artwork. Anyway, Dad's doing the ends behind the house here. I think I'm going to do a YouTube live stream. So we're going to go ahead and do that here, and we'll see how it goes and when we're done. He's not going to be able to finish these ends without dumping. What are we going to do? Is he going to stop there and I got to pull around, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, I'll check in with you guys in a while. We're back. Just did a quick live stream tonight. Went pretty well. Corn's still coming off. I pulled up the spreadsheet that fills out. So every load of grain that we put into our grain system, we pull two samples from. One from the front hopper, one from the back hopper. We test the moisture and the test weight. We write them down, put them in a spreadsheet so that we can track them and know what we've got in the bins and stuff. Well, it is a Google sheet that I have access to, and I can pull up from the field here to see. And I want you guys to see this. This is the field that we are in right now. 14.9, 15.5, 14.7, 14.8, 14.6, 14.3, 58, 58.7 test weight. Like, that's crazy. First of all, the test weight is outstanding. 56 is kind of the normal, what we're hoping for, right? Anything above 54 is perfectly acceptable because we don't get docked for it at the elevator. If it gets below 54, then we have problems. And we aren't going to have the test weight debate right now, but I don't care what it is as long as it's above 54. However, heavier is better. But I can count on one hand or less, maybe two fingers, how many times we have had corn come out of the field at 15% or less. Like, just put it right in the bin, less. This is unbelievable. Yeah, crazy. So, I guess it's a good thing, but that's a big part of the reason why we're seeing a little bit more shatter loss than I would like. We've got some corn on the ground out here. It's not horrible, but it's more than I like, but there's not much we can do about it because it's coming off the head. We've tried slowing it down. We're getting stuff building up on the feeder house. We've tried closing deck plates, opening deck plates, all the different combinations and things that you can do, and it's dry. We've never had corn like this. So when it gets dry, the kernels dislodge from the cob much easier, and so as that stalk gets ripped down and hits the deck plates, the kernels just go poof and they fly off everywhere, and you lose some of those. It's not good. So crazy Corn going right into the bin from here. We've never done that. Not hardly ever that I can remember. That's just insane. I think Dad maybe has had enough of the combine. I think it's building up on the feeder house. It's giving him lots of trouble, and he's getting out to pick it off right now. The combine's yelling at him, so the light's blinking because he left the separator engaged. It's honking, which he's probably not real happy about. That's what happens. We'll see if he decides he wants to quit here. We got about 2 hours left to finish this field. We should be able to do it tonight. Feeling we won't. There he is. You can see kind of all the spots where he starts and stops out here in the stubble. That's where it starts bunching up on the head. And I learned a little trick where if you back up really fast and slam on the brakes, a lot of times it makes it feed in. But not always. Sometimes you got to get out and pick it off. It's no fun. I feel like I haven't filmed much today. Well, it is what it is. It's dark now. We're running in the lights. I really love shelling corn in the lights in the dark. It's just fun for me. This is a fun time of year. Far as I know, it's going all right. We can't have a whole lot left to do here. Let's see. Yeah, there's the shape of the field. So we just got into these shorter rows here. So we're getting there. Maybe another hour. Well, we're about to the end of the field here, but Dad says the corn got better over on this side, which historically I kind of remember there used to be a standpipe over here, and there's kind of a low spot on this side of the field that, yeah, it makes sense that that's better corn. So, I don't know, he came on the radio since spots of it was running 280, so that's awesome. I don't think the field's anywhere close to that good of an average. But you gotta have some 280s to bring the average up, so it helps. Anyway, probably got 3 more rounds or so. It might fit all on the last truck here, or the truck we got at the field. We'll call her a night. It's 9 o'clock now, so yeah, we had a decent day. There's 40 acres in this field, and I think we did about 30 or 35 in the first field we were in today, plus fixing the combine this morning, so get a 70, 75 acre day in. That's a good day. Done. Cool. Well, we'll get him unloaded here, and then we got a truck over there by the road. We'll get this cart unloaded into that and take it back. We'll leave the equipment here. We're going to go that way tomorrow. I don't know how far that way. We've got another field, just a field over, you know, a quarter mile up the road, and then we've got another stuff a mile and a half up the road that is kind of where I was thinking about going, but maybe we should get the one that's closer first just because we're here. We'll see what everybody else wants to do. Ridiculously dry corn. That's, yeah. Alright, Phil's gonna unload that truck. It's dry, it's going straight in the bin. In fact, that first bin right there, which you can't really see, but that's a 45,000 bushel bin. It's almost full already, because we're dumping straight into it. We've been drying into it, and just, yeah, it's gonna go fast. I'm gonna put the spreader away. There, now you can see me. I don't think it's gonna rain tonight. Doesn't look like it's going to rain tonight, but there was some clouds moving in, and they are calling for rain tomorrow. So, we're going to hopefully not kill our tractor turning the lights on. We're going to put the spreader inside, because the last thing we want is for our fertilizer in this spreader to get rained on. That would be a bad day. Good enough. All right. Get our doors closed up, and I'm going home. Thanks for watching today. If you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Don't forget to subscribe, like the channel. Tomorrow's going to be a good one. We're going to keep shelling corn. I'm hoping that I get to run the combine some. We'll see how that goes, because I don't think Brock's going to be here. My sister's home for the weekend, or coming home, so Anna should make an appearance in the videos tomorrow. I'm excited to see her. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for watching. See you in the morning.